It was a moment fans had only dared to dream about. But on this stunning day, imagination gave way to reality. A real-life love story unfolded before the world's eyes. Make sure to follow along, because you won't want to miss a single moment of how Dylan Wang and Shenyue finally exchanged vows, hand in hand, turning years of quiet devotion into a lifetime promise. From on-screen chemistry to off-screen connection, and now to life partners. This is how their journey from colleagues to companions led to a wedding that touched hearts around the globe. The ceremony took place in a secluded Italian estate, tucked away in the golden hills of Tuscany. Intimate, heartfelt, and deeply personal, it was a celebration shielded from the outside world. Few invitations were sent, and privacy was paramount. But whispers began to leak through local murmurs and discreet social media posts, and fans everywhere held their breath. Was it really happening? After years of fan theories, knowing glances, and cryptic online clues, the answer came in a single, softly blurred photo. Dylan, in a pale suit beneath a canopy of white blooms, standing with eyes fixed ahead. The woman walking toward him, dressed in lace and light, was unmistakably Shenyue, and her smile said everything. Their story began years ago on the set of Meteor Garden, a beloved drama that introduced them to millions. Their connection on screen was electric, vulnerable, warm, and undeniably real. Fans felt it, not just in the scenes, but in the laughter between takes, the looks exchanged when the cameras weren't rolling. The world saw something there, and they called it Daishin, a nickname that lived on long after the show ended. Though they never confirmed anything outright, they often appeared at the same events, shared subtle tributes online, and spoke with a quiet reverence for one another. Dylan once said in an interview, "Very few people truly understand me, but she always has." Shenyue, in turn, described him as her quiet strength. Perhaps they were waiting, or protecting something precious. But now, the wait was over. The ceremony was like a scene from a timeless film. The aisle was paved in cobblestone, edged by lanterns and scattered petals in soft pinks and ivory. A tender instrumental melody played as Shenyue appeared, her gown custom crafted by a Parisian atelier. Delicate lace sleeves, a softly shimmering train, and a grace that caught the fading Tuscan sunlight. Yet no design could outshine the expression on Dylan's face. Tears rolled silently as he watched her walk toward him. And Shenyue, with her own eyes glistening, mouthed the words, "I'm here." A vow even before the ceremony began. There were no reporters, no red carpets, just family, close friends, and the quiet strength of a love that had deepened over years. Their vows, spoken in whispers, left a lasting impression on everyone lucky enough to hear them. Dylan began, his voice full of emotion. "From the day we met, I felt something different. You saw me in ways no one else did. You loved who I was and helped me become who I want to be." Shenyue, steady despite the tears, answered softly, "You've always been my peace, my warmth, my home. In a world that asked us to stay hidden, you gave me the courage to be seen." Their rings were simple and thoughtful, engraved with their initials and the words in every lifetime, a quiet tribute to a love that felt eternal, like soulmates meeting again. When the officiant pronounced them husband and wife, their kiss felt like the closing of one chapter and the opening of a lifelong one. After the ceremony, guests were welcomed into a villa bathed in fairy lights, rustic charm, and the aroma of handmade Italian fare. The evening was filled with wine, laughter, and deeply personal toasts. Shenyue's father shared how he'd seen her light up whenever she spoke of Dylan. "She found her match," he said, voice filled with emotion. Dylan's mother, with tears in her eyes, thanked Shenyue for being his joy and his anchor. As the first morning light touched the olive trees, the newlyweds stepped out hand in hand, their expressions full of peace and quiet joy. No helicopters, no flashbulbs, just the breeze, the sun, and the promise of forever. For fans who'd followed their journey since Meteor Garden, this wasn't just about a wedding. It was about witnessing a love that had grown slowly, sincerely, and now, openly. The morning after, a few close friends shared unseen moments. One of Dylan's stylists revealed that before walking down the aisle, he'd clutched an old note Shenyue had written him during a late-night shoot. It joked, "If we ever get married, you owe me pizza at the reception." And yes, there was pizza, crafted by a chef flown in from Naples just for her. Later, guests watched a surprise video Shenyue had created for Dylan, filled with memories, behind-the-scenes laughs, and a heartfelt confession recorded years ago. "You changed my life just by being in it. I've loved you quietly for so long. If we ever get forever, I'll love you louder." As the video ended, Dylan whispered to her, "You just gave me forever in 2 minutes." The night also had its share of fun. Their cake cutting turned playful when Shenyue dabbed frosting on Dylan's nose, leading to a chase through the garden, both of them laughing like best friends in love. And that's what everyone said. They weren't just lovers. They were partners, equals, best friends wrapped in romance, a rarity in the spotlight. Before the weekend ended, they shared a small thank you message with fans. It wasn't polished or scripted, just the two of them sitting together, smiling. Dylan, in Mandarin, said, "Thank you for believing in us. We hope you can feel how real this is." Shenyue added gently, "Sometimes the best things take time. Thanks for waiting with us." And if this chapter was any indication, their story is only just beginning.